Yes, sirs. It is I, back at Monday Night Raw. We about to dive into it, a Raw about trust, opportunity, and some long freaking matches. I'm not gonna play with you. This was a long Raw, I'm gonna tell you. My name is Jordan Moser, and this is your Monday Night Raw recap and review. We start and end the show in the same fashion with Seth freaking Rollins with the drip, with the blue and the red, even though some of the blues didn't match, but we gonna forget about that because he starts the show off and he's pretty much talking down on Kevin Owens, calling him a snake, calling him a liar. They came up together and he's always known him as one who will stab his friends and his brothers in the back. And we have seen it numerous times in WWE. This will be no different. We see KO take kind of that to heart. He comes out and he attacks Seth Rollins, leading into their main event match coming in the later of the night. But we do see Kevin Owens just backstage throughout the night, just trying to preserve himself, trying to, hey, you believe me, right? You believe I'm trying to be this man of integrity to guys like Big E, Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, just really trying to upsell himself, make it seem like he is this good guy that he portrays himself to be. And nobody really believed him. Nobody really trusted him in any way. They were kind of tongue-in-cheek about it at the same time. So at the end of the day, we see what we got, bro. We got Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins going at it in the main event. Match was a little long for my taste. It was about 25 minutes, and it was fine action, but nothing we haven't seen from those two before. But we do see the end of this matchup as they're fighting outside the ring near the announcer's table. Seth Rollins gets back in the ring, and Big E is kind of in the way of Kevin Owens. Kevin tries to bypass him, but he does not get in the ring before the referee's count of 10, which I did not hear. I don't know if anybody else did not hear that, but I didn't hear a single count going on until the end. And then we see the count out victory for Seth Rollins. He celebrates and goes up the ramp. Kevin's on the apron, dejected, disgusted. And then he attacks Big E on the outside of the ring. Just takes out our WWE champion numerously, punches to the face, eventually a powerbomb on the apron, just goes back for more, for a little bit more to end the show off. My goodness, heel KO. Yay. We haven't seen that brother in a long time, since about 2019 when he went up against Kofi, I remember, for that WWE championship. So this is kind of a new era for Kevin Owens for the time being. I'm perfectly fine with it. Heel KO is always the best KO, even though face KO was incredible as well. We'll see if this is kind of his last hurrah. He gets a shot at the WWE championship. Maybe he's out the door. Maybe he stays and he resigns. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to enjoy what KO's doing. Him against Big E one more time for that title, whenever it does happen, is going to be incredible. I cannot wait. Coming up next, we had an 8-man tag team match. RK Bro and the Street Profits going up against AJ Styles, Omos, and the Dirty Dogs. We see before the matchup, Randy Orton is kind of chastising Riddle. He's like, bro, I told you not to go after Omos last week. Don't help them boys. That is the Street Profits fight. They are going to handle it. We see the Street Profits come up a little bit later as they were overhearing everything. Randy's like, I don't denounce one word. If it's your fight, if Omos come after you and you want to go after Omos, you do your thing. We gonna stay out of it. That eventually didn't happen, as we see. The tag team match commenced. This one went kind of long as well, about 20 minutes, and it was okay action, but these matches, man, get kind of long. I don't like it that much. But we see the match happen fair from what we've seen before, just from these bigger tag team matches. Where we see the Street Profits kind of get their wish. They go in after Omos a little bit later on in the matchup as he tags in, and as they were quickly disposed of, Riddle's like, nah, man, I gotta help my friends. Blah. And Randy's like, bro, what are you doing? Did you not hear what I was talking about 20 minutes ago? Riddle gets in the match, gets quickly destroyed. Randy's like, bro, what is he doing? I told him, what is he doing, bro? Riddle gets laid out with a choke bomb. Eventually, the heels, who were kind of at odds throughout the matchup, they start arguing on the outside. Omos eventually throws Bobby Roode into the barricade on the outside, and Dolph Ziggler quickly slips in and takes out Riddle and pins him, who was still out from the choke bomb, for the 1-2-3 and the win. Like, this was a long pin. This was like not as egregious, but Triple H, Booker T like levels of waiting for this pin to happen. This is about like 40-50 seconds. Maybe I'm exaggerating, who knows. But yeah, they pin Riddle. Dirty Dogs, AJ Styles and Omos win the matchup. And yeah, it was pretty fair tag team action. I'm guessing they're kind of in line for the next shot at those tag team titles, or maybe we're looking at a 4-way match more than likely. Who knows? I don't really care that much. I still think RK Bro is one of the best things about Monday Night Raw. RKO, or Randy, later Dolph Ziggler out with an RKO after the matchup, and him and Riddle kind of skate off a little bit. But yeah, just kind of in the motions. I need just a little bit of diversity for what we're going on for the tag team division. Please and thank you. Thank you. Next up, we got for the 24/7 championship, Reggie going up against Drake Maverick. We see couple of minutes in, Maverick pins Reggie off of the distraction. He wins the 24/7 title. And then we see Tozawa come out of nowhere, and he wins the title on a roll-up. Then we see Corey Graves on the outside. He gets up from the announcer table. He rolls up, and he wins it too. And then we see Byron Saxton, the guy. Yeah, he comes in, and he rolls up Graves, and he wins the title from his broadcast partner. Yeah. And then we see Drake Maverick coming back in again for the title that he just lost a minute ago, and he rolls up Byron for the 24/7 title. And then we see him get back in the ring, and Reggie hits him with a twisted little boom 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 cross body, and he gets the title back in, and then he dips. I figured I just tell y'all all that. Next up, we got the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic in the ring with Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce just lays it down straight. He's like, Dominic, I don't think you're good enough to be on this team. And I'm like, wait a minute. You picked the team, dummy. You're the one who put him in this situation. You picked the team for SmackDown too. You gonna forget that you don't kind of run both brands? Like, how does this work? And you want Raw to just like overtake everything, but you picked for both brands? Help me understand it. That's number one. And then number two, we see the opponent who he's facing. Pierce says, hey, Dominic, you can stay on the team if you beat the almighty Bobby Lashley with MVP back in tow, all healed from his surgery and all that. And I'm like, well, if you wanted Bobby on the team, then why didn't you just switch it like Ray said later in the night? But we're going to dismiss all that too, because it's WWE. Course. We see destruction ensue afterwards. Bobby Lashley swiftly takes out both Dom and Ray on the outside, eventually wins with that hurt lock, and he is now replacing Dom on Team Raw. So that's going to be very interesting to see how him and Rey Mysterio kind of get along going into this matchup. But yeah, this was fine, but this could have been fixed ever so swiftly without even a match and just like an announcement that Bobby's gonna replace Dom. Like, that would have been much easier, WWE, but I see what we doing. It's all good. Next up, we had a shorty but a good match going on between Chad Gable and Big E. We see Chad Gable really go off. He pushes Big E to the limit in this matchup, impresses in defeat. See what he can do if WWE would just give him a chance to wrestle and show what he got. But this does end fairly quickly in about 5 minutes. We see Big E hit a Uranagi in the corner and then hit that big ending for the 1-2-3 and the win. As he celebrates, Otis tries to kind of get into his face, try to be imposing, and that's big meaty men slapping meat, just looking at each other. I can already picture it in my head, and it looks really nice. So I'm looking forward to that match hopefully one day as well. But yeah, nice little face off and nice little short match between the duo. I'm telling you though, if Chad Gable ever leaves WWE, boy, he would be a killer. Oh my gosh, if we went even to AEW or Impact, boy, that would be special. Last up, we have the Fatal 5-Way between the 5 women on the Women's Survivor Series team for Monday Night Raw. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville said that they would all fight for a chance at the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, who was out there on commentary. So we get this 5-way, and it's all 5 women going at it, and it was a little long. I know I've said that a lot tonight, but this was much longer than it needed to be, and it was a little sloppy in some areas as well. But I will say, Bianca Belair, though, with that double arm power bomb, bro, with them two women, girl, she might be the best athlete in all of wrestling. Like, I'm not playing with you. Like, that joint was probably one of the most impressive moves that I've seen in a really long time. But that was very nice. She eventually hits the KOD. She goes for a pin and Doudrop, thank the Lord, pulls her out of the ring and just destroys her on the outside. If Bianca would have won this matchup, they would be hearing from my lawyer, because that's not going to fly. Again, we're not doing that. Eventually, Liv Morgan comes out on top. She eventually reverses and gets that roll up on Carmella for the 1-2-3 and the win. She looks excited. She looks hyped. The crowd is with her. I was loving it. Becky Lynch is on the outside. She poses, holds the title up, and Liv is just like, hey, I'm going to get on the table too. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see you face to face, and we're going to fight over this title, and I am loving every second of it. I firmly believe that this should have been waited until WrestleMania. That's just me. I wanted Liv Morgan to be the one to take it off of Becky Lynch, but hopefully they have some nice matchups that kind of elevates Liv to a place where she is one of the mainstays for Raw, and she's kind of building that star power. So that's going to be really fun to see, hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the matchup. Liv has finally gotten her opportunity, and it is incredible. So that is going to be it for this episode of Monday Night Raw. Fairly long we got. All in all, a very kind of lackluster Raw, just in terms of storytelling. I think the matches were fine, but in terms of just things progressing forward, especially considering Survivor Series is 2 weeks away, and this is the first show we've got kind of just like diving deep into Survivor Series. It's like, this doesn't feel like progressing in any way. The main event was fine. The tag team match and all that was fine. Women's match was fine, but all very, very long. Like, try to keep my attention, please. Yeah, we do see some things coming out of this. New feuds. We got Becky Lynch going up against Liv Morgan. Doudrop going up against Bianca Belair. A lot of things just changing and progressing, so hopefully that'll come together after Survivor Series, because we know that joint about to be trash. But everything is looking up. Everything is good on Monday Night Raw. Just a kind of lackluster show in general. That is going to be it, though, from your boy. You'll see more videos throughout the week. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, your brother, your sister, your dog, your grandma, your grandpa, everybody, please. That's going to be it. I am out. Peace. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your life. Enjoy Thanksgiving. I know that's around the corner. Not yet, but enjoy it regardless. I will see you soon.